In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Crosses to 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
He's going to pass on second down. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup because this environment is hostile.
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got his man. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets it out fast. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He'll pull it down and run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Using the quick game. At the 45 on his way. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. Fighting off the defender.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
The Yellow Jackets get it past the sticks. On 1st and 10 from the 38. The aerial assault continues. Catch in the middle. It's Adams.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On second down, just keeps firing. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got it past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? The Tar Heels have this offense rolling. Handoff from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a second down play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
At the 40, there he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go.
Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. And the defense snatches it, and they've reversed the field. Speeding down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And the defense doing work. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He leaves it with his back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They knock him down right there.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. Connection to the right. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
The Tar Heels line it up with a 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive. It made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint and try to put some points on the board.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Really good job by the defense. They did a great job in coverage, forced the QB to kind of scramble around, and when he didn't let him make a big play, kept him to a marginal gain, made him slide on the ground. Really nice stop by the defense.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll throw it on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Fires to the big fella. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly.
And the slot receiver makes it easy on his quarterback. Did you see how he found the soft spot, the wide open space? That was easy for his quarterback to complete that throw.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He wants to pass it on second down. He makes the connection. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
From the gun, running back on the move. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get them in a third down, get the sack, get the football to your offense. That is how you get back in this game really quickly.
On fourth down, going to the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll leave it with him. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
He wants to throw here on second down. And they got him for the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Wants to throw on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Completes it in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
North Carolina, 14.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me 1 too.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
3rd and short now from their own 48. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd.
The end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia Tech 21, North Carolina 14.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
On to attempt the try.
Number 6 in the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're just about ready to kick it away.
28, North Carolina 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Hamilton.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Lets it fly. He's got it. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Quick release by the QB. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Georgia Tech, 35. North Carolina, 14.
They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hodges. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. He'll take a deep shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
He wants to throw it again. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team,